Hi, this is me, Jimmy McMillan. Let me explain what I'm here to talk about. Today is February 10th, Sunday, and it's around, I don't know what time now, maybe 8 something. The president continuing to, continuing to come on television, continue to hypnosis and brainwashing the American public like what the Democratic and Republican Party both has been able to do to get this country in this mess. Speaking of economic growth and job growth, let me just say this. The president can't do any of that. There's nothing he can do about economic growth. There's nothing the president can do about job growth. I would recommend that you go to the many YouTube videos I have released. Under Rent is 2, RENTISTO, under the YouTube video. Sorry for the echo. And I explain in a series of YouTube videos that the president is trying to be governor, mayor. He's trying to be everything and do everything, but the only people can create jobs and economic growth is governors of states. The president have to give them the tool, but the president don't know how to do that. He's simply running he's not qualified to even be president. None of them, George Bush, Bill Clinton either, because all of them have contributed to this problem. But you have to go to my YouTube videos to find out that. Now, economic growth, when the president gave the people's money to businesses and corporations in forms of bailout and stimulus to bail them out, he left the people holding the bag. That was a bad thing for the American president to do. In 2008, it was election year, and Barack Obama kind of like used a slogan called "a silly season." But he's a part of what the Republican Party couldn't do. He did, and that was trick the public into voting for him, because it's during an election cycle they'll say anything to get elected, and this president is no different. The president should have allowed General Motors and all of those who gave out this, what I call not bailout and stimulus. The United States Department of Treasury gave out welfare to these businesses in the form of $50 billion. And what he should allow them to file for bankruptcy and under Chapter 11. But what he did, he intercepted a natural process and threw money at them, and they came and got it. They took it by the 25 billions a pop. In 2008, 25 billion, 2009, 25 billion. They just got it because the government gave it away. And they're complaining about the welfare recipients, the people on welfare, when the federal government has done worse. Now, the problem I have with all of this is clear. The President of the United States, somebody seems not paying attention to what he's doing. Well, to my calculation, every bank and corporation in America got this money. The people are 61% shareholders of everyone who took this money. And I found a surplus of $948.26 trillion in the United States government. It's somewhere scattered out within the different collection agencies. Under my investigation, every one of these banks and corporations fell in default. They fell in default, and many of them who did finally pay the money back, which they all paid the money back late, they all were penalized and fined. They paid the money back with interest. Now, the interest that was collected from 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, that is, you multiply it times 5, and that leaves it a total from 198.77 trillion to $948.26 trillion, a $1 trillion surplus the United States government have, and they're not smart enough to tell the American people that we're not in a surplus and we're never suffered from a fiscal cliff, and we've never been in a recession. What we are in is a bunch of elected officials that is dumb as hell. Now the Republican Party comes on as a rebuttal. I don't know why I mentioned Republican Party. It's just a waste of time. Let me just give you a clear understanding of them. I ran for president in 2012 as a Republican because I didn't want to bump heads with Barack Obama. I didn't want to too much defeat him. I just wanted to make sure that I can get in and show the country how there was a lot of smart people in the country that can help the country out and to get in to help this president understand what they have used him to go out and get the vote of the people who really vote more than the rich and wealthy, who have the vote by majority, and those are the people who and those are the American people. And the Republican Party totally ignored me, especially here in the New York City area, where I have been trying for the past 2 years, since 2011-12, to get to go to the Republican clubs, and they simply won't invite me. I plan to run for mayor as a Republican and under the rent too damn high party line, because I'm still a Republican, because my party did not become an official independence party. But I'm doing that to get as many votes as I can. Because why am I talking about the presidency and what is going on with the money and running for mayor of the city of New York in 2013? Because it means everything. It means knowing how to get this money, knowing where this money at, knowing that you can help. The president has signed bills called under the Recovery Act in 2008, and under the relief programs that he also signed in the law in 2008, and under the capital purchase program in 2008-9, the people in New York is going to get help, because I know how to get that money to help them. But I have two people that's being sent to Washington D.C. that simply don't know this, and I need to sit with them and sit them down. Now let me just be clear. This is the governor's area I'm talking about when it comes to the U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer and Kristen Gillibrand. They don't know nothing. They're not representing the state of New York, because the debt, listen to me carefully, what the president needs to do, or what someone in New York State need to make sure the president waive the debt of New Yorkers, which means the American people. But since we're not, the governor of New York not representing America, which is, but still you represent your state. You waive the debt of all New Yorkers, because all New Yorkers have contributed to the bailout and stimulus, and every debt the American people have, including New York's, are already paid off. Now, people, I need your help. I'm running for mayor. I got to get there. The Republican Party is just turning their back on my campaign, and I need to get those petitions signed whenever they need to be signed. I go to rentis2damnhigh.org and send a contribution to my party, so that we can be in a power position to become a power player, like a people's broker. You can go there and buy a button and buy a t-shirt and send a contribution, a donation. But back to President Barack Obama, he's no different than the Republican Party. They all just alike. And just so sad that we're going to straighten it out. I'm not getting frustrated and I'm going any place, because I do know how to straighten it out, and I'm going to try to do that. Just keep following me on YouTube, and go to my Facebook page, Jimmy McMillan, and just send a hello, because none of you have no clue and idea what you're facing in the state of New York, and I'm going to prepare to make a YouTube video about that in the weeks to come. It will be Jimmy McMillan interviewing Jimmy McMillan, because I can't and haven't found anyone to know how to give an interview on something, substance issue that matters to people. I call it that they represent, which means Democrat Republican Party represent the people up here, and I represent the people down here, which is mean that's my street. They represent Main Street, and I represent the people on my street. So I would explain it clearly so all of you can understand. It's easy and simple to run a government. It's just that those have gotten involved and have ripped the people out of their dignity and everything that they have over the greed of money. Because that's what all the Democrats and Republican Party, that's what they have done. In the state of New York, every elected official has been paid by the landlord and real estate association, including the governor of the state of New York, who they contribute money to their campaign, and they're not going to cut off the hands that feed them. The reason the cost of living is so high in this state is because something is wrong, and I will explain what that something is. An American voter who just voted themselves into a hellhole they will never get out of, and their children will stand no chance. I'm here to represent those people. So give me your support. Go to jimmymcmillan.org, and there I'm running for mayor of the city of New York. You can leave a contribution there as well, but mostly my party, the Rent is Too Damn High Party, We can accept any amount in contribution because we are a political party, and we urge you to take advantage of that to give us the support we need to have a voice, and we need the voice. We are the voice of the people, and we ask you for your help. Thank you for listening. This is Jimmy McMillan, the founder of the Rent is Too Damn High Party.